Welcome to X-Files, where we reveal the previously unrevealed. Emotions. What are emotions? Emotions make you cry sometimes. No, for real. No, for real. What are emotions, right? Um, Emotions are something that attract the way you feel, right? Are you supposed to feel or are you supposed to not feel, right? That's been a question. And also, how do your brain react to these emotions? Can you still make logical decisions when you are making an emotional decision, as they like to say, right? Can emotions make your brain process reality differently than what it is, right? Listen, to help me figure it out, I got Ro, right? Master of anything, right? But we're here to talk about it because, like a lot of people in the world today, I believe they're using their emotions in a way where they shouldn't. I believe their emotions not centered. I believe emotions not made for human consumption. That's what I'm on. I don't think they're made to be used. What you looking like that for? You look like you mad already. See, you already you your feelings already. What
Not
did
at
I
all.
do you wrong or something? You and your feelings?
No, not at all. I'm thinking that what you said that it's not necessary, almost like it's arbitrary, doesn't make any sense already. I'm trying to just follow where you're going.
Listen, when I say unnecessary, this is what I mean. It's unnecessary because they use it the way they use it, and unnecessarily the way they use it is poorly, right? This is what I mean. It's necessary for you to attract stuff, but it's not necessary for you to use it and feel this pain, like and drive yourself in it and make you like. So a lot of people kill themselves off pain. A lot of people rob banks because they feel fear of being broke. A lot of people do a lot of shit from fear of emotions, but I believe this. You feel it before it happens because emotion is like a alarm. But everybody act like it's the actual problem. But it ain't the actual problem.
Well, that doesn't make sense in the
Come
sense.
on, gang, gotta make sense.
Okay, but it's a reaction. So your brain is literally reacting.
No,
It shows your neurons are literally getting fired off in reaction to what happens.
no. Listen. When your neurons fire off, you got two decisions, right? A lot of times people get cold. You know why? Because your neurons tell you, we're not using this blood to keep the skin warm, right? Because now you too far forward. Let me tell you this, right? If you don't be careful when you get angry, a lot of people you watch this, I'm tell you this, when you get angry, they'll take control of your brain, the same thing you're talking about, and they'll close actually the part of your brain that you need to make logical decisions. So a person can't make a logical decisions under emotion, right? They just can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible one person to make a logical decision based off emotions. Everybody make every move off emotions. Listen, I'm from the trenches where everybody say, guess what, I'm a kill because I love for you. How the fuck do kill and love even go together, right? People put two things together, don't even go together based off emotions, based on not understanding the.
But love can make a lot of people kill. Look at how many murders have happened in
Come on,
marriages
gang.
and
That's
just
not
weddings.
love. Listen, love don't make nobody kiss. That's not love. Love is stillness. Love is always love. What people understand is they trying to make love an emotion, and love is not an emotion. Love is just awareness.
Love is a very complicated emotion.
It's
It
not.
actually has different brackets of it because you've got different forms of love that you can have. It could be agape love, where you love somebody unconditionally. It can also be love because you're triggered off and your endorphins fire off. So you get excited by this. Like people say they love chocolate, or they love coffee, or they love to smoke, or they love to drink. It gives you an endorphin that reminds you
Right.
of a center of
Listen,
peace.
that's the idea of love. People like the idea of love. They love the. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. How many people would love to have $1 million? But how many people will ever touch it? Because you love to have $1 million don't mean you'll ever touch it. But listen, because you love don't mean you'll ever be capable of loving. Listen, let me say this, right? To be capable of love, you first got to be capable of taking pain, right? That's what I'm saying. People ain't capable of taking pain because listen, if I love you, I got to know you're gonna hurt me. You're gonna hurt me because you're not aware of everything that's going around. So I guess what I got to do? I got to be able to accept that from you. But people can't do that. People can't do that because they can't love. Everybody always talk about love, and humans don't possess the ability to love.
Okay, so what you're discussing is
I'm not
in
discussing
reaction.
shit.
So this is in reaction to fight or flight. Every time you have fight or flight, you have an emotion that goes after it, and that's where you build traumatic experiences or you build exciting
Have you ever seen a
experiences.
baby with fight or flight? No.
Absolutely.
No, you have not. Not born. Not
Yes, you
born.
have.
No, you have not.
They get smacked on the ass. What do they
No,
do?
no.
What do they do?
They cry, but guess what a baby's doing? Baby is learning everything. Listen, a baby know how to play their emotions. This is what a baby will do, right, gang? A baby will cry when they want a bottle. A baby will stop crying once they get the bottle. A baby use their emotions just like the animals.
They're
They use it for
fighting.
attentions. No, they're using it to get your attention because they can't speak. Well, at least you think they can't speak. A baby actually speaking. A baby actually know 800 different syllables and different punctuations to say different things, and they say it like blah, blah, gaga, and you think that they are babbling, but they not. They're actually saying shit. You just can't understand it. So what I'm telling you is this. at a baby's age, that's the smartest you'll ever be, right? They prove this. Scientists prove this. Nobody.
But they're still able to do that because of the development of
No.
fight or flight. If you throw a baby, have you seen a baby get thrown into a pool?
Yeah, listen to me, because they know how to use their emotions. It ain't about fight or flight, but I know when to use it, when it's time to use it. Listen, let me tell you something. If somebody attack me and I fight, that's not fight or flight. That's me knowing how to use it when it's time to use it.
You chose to fight.
No, I know how to use it. It was time to fight. Listen, it's different between me choosing and it's time. Listen, I never choose to fight, but it's always be a place and a time to fight if that time is chosen in that moment. But fighting is not never an option in my mind. But let me tell you this, what I mean by this, right? I'm gonna say about the mind.
So you choose flight.
Let me talk about the mind. Listen, the mind is not able to hold memory at all. So that's why people don't understand that, right? That's why people can't remember yesterday. They can't remember 2 days ago. The emotions hold memory, right? So you're supposed to use your emotions to hold memory, to lock stuff in so you can understand how to keep doing it. But that's what I'm saying. Hold up. I'm keep on talking about the baby, right? Because a lot of people don't understand about the baby. Here go the baby. Did you know this? You just said something that fucked everybody up, that's finna fuck them up. At the age of a baby, when it's a newborn, that's the smartest your brain will ever be. And scientists know this. You know why? Because now it's like, imagine your brain and imagine like snow. And imagine a sled going down, right? And imagine sleds going down, tracks are made. And every time these tracks are made, you keep going down deeper and deeper and deeper. Now everything is snow, but these is deeper. That's how we train our brain to keep doing the same thing over and over again. A baby brain is like this. It's moving, it's learning, it's doing all of this. So therefore, it's capable of learning and doing more than our brain is today.
Like it's fresh snow.
Yeah, it got something that we don't have. It got the power to use the imagination, the power to use the ability of what's actually used to create in this world, right? That's what I'm saying. Emotions should be used to create the reality in this world, but a lot of people letting emotions drag them through this world.
I understand that, which is true, but this is still in response to the fight or flight. Fight and flight does not mean physically fighting.
No, it happened on this side.
So exactly, inside, which you chose to do. If you chose to
don't listen, gang. Nobody chooses trauma.
You get to choose which one, and then trauma can come because of the result of what happens in reality.
What's happen? When something happens to you uncommon or something that you're not used to, that creates trauma. But trauma not supposed to be held. Listen, the lesson was supposed to have been learned. The trauma was just a place for you to understand the message that you was trying to learn. But people hold on to the trauma. You're supposed to hold on to the message. This is what I mean, right? So that trauma, you're supposed to and release. Well, listen, we ground, we meditate, we do all this stuff to do what? Release the trauma. There's nothing wrong with trauma. That's why it's a place to release it. But people run from the trauma. Without the trauma, you couldn't get to the day we at now. But people hold on to the trauma too much.
Exactly. But that's your form of learning. You have to remember that way. Look at so for example, there are some people that still don't have emotions. You got people that got CTE because they get frontal lobe damage. The frontal lobe is where you carry a lot of the understanding for your emotions mentally. So people who are football players get hit in head-on collisions and they lose all emotions, but they still learn.
Let me say this, right? You talking about stuff that could happen based on current events. Let me tell you something, right? It's some people that can get hit a certain type of way, and their brain will knock them into being what these people recognize as a genius. But listen, what these people recognize as a genius is this person being able to withhold information well. But listen, your brain holding information well do not require that much, right? But it requires more than people are able to do for two reasons, right? Listen, normally your body records your emotions and it records your memory based on your feelings, right?
Right.
But to hold it in your brain is to take a little harder thing to do, right? So they got people that can do that. But listen, they get knocked in the head and now they can do this. People say, right, they're a genius. That's not a genius. Listen, a genius is a person that understands this, right? That can watch their own mind. Listen, if I can watch my own mind and know what's going on in my own head, I'm a genius because then I can make a quick selection. Let me tell you what Buddha said. Buddha said, meditate all day, but meditate like this. Just think within. Every thought should go within, right? And that's called daily meditation all day long. That help you control your emotions because you should watch your emotions. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with feeling pain. I sit here and watch the pain, but I'm not going to move off that pain. I'm going to watch it rise because I know this. Just like you was talking about the neurons and all this in your brain. Right. Once I let the pain rise, they're going to take over the logical part of my brain. And now this part of my brain that you talk about, I'm not going to make a decision. I can't make a decision. Every decision I'm going to make will be based off the feeling that I feel. But people don't do that. They need to take away that and only use their logic. But who the use their logic? Nobody.
Your logic is applied to all the traumatic experiences that you have already gone through. But every experience is a traumatic experience.
No, listen, if it's a new experience, but them experience, they shouldn't be. Listen, I think you misunderstand it. I'm not saying there's not no trauma. I'm saying people shouldn't hold on to it. I'm saying once you hold on to it, it's your fault. And I'm saying it wasn't meant for you to hold on to.
Every memory is trauma.
Listen, if you hold on to it, you shouldn't even have a memory. Let me tell you something. Out your big ass brain, you only got this spot for a memory. Only this little ass spot right on the side of your head.
Right.
And it goes in the same line. Your past and your present memory is connected in one little spot in your mind with all this other shit. So tell me a man was made to remember. He wasn't. Listen, let me tell you this, right? I cannot remember shit because everything here already happened. But if people had a bigger brain of remembrance, then people realize it's always happened, then what's the place and what's the purpose of this? It wouldn't be no purpose. But I'm gonna say this, right? This whole thing, what you're trying to say makes sense, but I'm talking about the human brain and how it works and how it processes emotion. Listen, if you look at the emotion like this, say this is top red.
Right.
When it get to this part right here, bam, it's maximum overload. Your logic and your brain shuts off.
No, the reason why people get angry is because the medulla oblongata. That's in the back of your head. It's a small piece. Now, if you got a smaller medulla oblongata, medulla oblongata.
What I'm saying is, once that temperature rise, you not the person driving your vehicle no more.
Because you chose fight instead of flight.
No, you didn't choose it because you didn't know how to stop it. Listen, let me tell you this, right? I can't choose if a person do something to me. I can choose how I react to it, right? So the choice is mine on how I react. So if I know that once I get all the way up to this red level, my brain gonna shut off and I'm gonna be controlled by what they call the spirits.
But that's okay. So think about this. For the people that have a situation that comes across to them, let's say they're driving and there's a car coming and you're driving behind the wheel. The moment you see the car coming, you have a decision to make if you're going to speed up or if you're going to hit the brakes or if you're going to swerve over.
That makes a lot of sense. Some decisions, let me ask you something. You ever seen somebody do this, right? They say, yo, I'm on my way. Then all of a sudden, like, you know what, man, I ain't coming. And then you look on the news, the same street they was finna go down.
Right.
It was a massive accident. This is what I'm saying right here, right? Every decision is predetermined. So you can't take things that happen and try to make them into something divine. What you got to do is have awareness of these situations. The reason why people keep on getting the same shit coming back and forth because they're not aware of what's going on. They're not aware.
And they're stuck in a loop.
They're stuck in a loop. Listen, the whole world's a loop. But I'm telling you this, the whole world's a loop, but you bet not try to, let me tell you this, right? You better not try to judge the loop. A lot of people are like, oh, you got to judge. I know it. I've seen it all the time. No, don't judge, because as soon as you judge, it's going to show you who it really is. Because everybody that you know that's not like us, that can't control their emotions, or so many people in one, you can barely tell who the fuck they is.
That's fair, because you can get clouded by your emotions because you're not recognizing the loop and the cycle of it. For example, the people that say that they want to wash their car and every day they want to wash their car, it rains. It could be bad luck in your head, but if you're not realizing that you wanted to wash your car because you sensed the rain coming.
I had a girl one time, right? She told me this. She said, listen, every time it rained, I know you're about to do something to me. Listen, every time it rained, I did something to her. Listen, and I didn't do nothing to her based on I wanted to do it. I didn't do nothing to her based on it was something to do. I did something to her because she made me. She made me because I stepped into her reality, and once she put her mouth on that statement, that kept happening based off her emotions.
So you're saying she spoke into existence?
You know, her emotions spoke into existence. She loved to feel that pain. Listen, let me tell you this. When you always feel pain and talk about the pain, the brain don't know the difference whether you like it or love it, because the brain think you love it, so it keep on bringing it to you, right? So she's in the room talking about all this pain, but the brain don't know right from wrong. It don't know pain from good. It don't know the feeling. All it know to do is attract. So people got to understand this, right? That's why they fuck you up. That's why they tell you certain things is bad or good. That's why you got you thinking that God is bad and God is good. They told you the same God will love you. He will do all this shit if you worship him. But the moment you don't worship him, he will kill you forever and burn you forever. Then what kind of God is that? But listen, but people don't understand that. Listen, I'm not saying that's not a possibility of God because they misunderstood it. Listen, reincarnation is cycle. It's just like burning, because you're burning, your soul is burning, keep going through the same thing over and over again, not realizing what you're walking into. That loop you talking about. And that loop is controlled by your emotions. So the emotions, don't even use them.
No, you have to utilize.
You don't gotta utilize the emotions.
If you're not utilizing your emotions, everything that you went through is for nothing. Listen. Even in a karmic cycle, if you're thinking about a karmic cycle where you get to live again and you get to keep going through this process, if you didn't pay attention to it, you're doing a redundant step.
There you go. Pay attention to it. That's what I'm saying. Awareness. Listen. So this is what I'm saying. All right, it's just sort of like this. I said there's a lot, but I don't think people listen. I said don't get high off your own supply, right? That's what I'm saying. So in the trenches, we got drugs, we don't get high off the drugs. I'm saying your emotions, but we watch them drugs all the time. We watch them. I can tell you whether someone was gone, whether someone wasn't. The emotions are made to watch, right? A lot of people don't know this, right? Listen, let me tell you this, right? I could feel like this. I could feel in my body fear. Somebody coming through my door. I can grab my gun, run outside, looking everywhere, right? Looking everywhere. At that moment, I let that fear drag me outside. Now I'm in danger. But if I just let that fear rise, or that fear, okay, cool, let my awareness rise, fear go down, awareness. You see something, do something. we're only gonna do something when it's that moment. Let me tell you this, right? In the wilderness is a frog, right? And this particular frog is fast as fuck. Now it's faster than the animal that is going to grab, and it's going to grab like let's say it's a fly. It's a
Yeah.
fly that sits on a little what's a little pad?
Lily pad.
Sit on a lily pad, right? Now people don't know this, right? So when it go up to grab it, do you know when that fly actually move? Like a second before. You know how it's able to move a second before? Because everything that it sees in awareness is in slow-mo. Listen, let me tell you this. The world, you can slow it down. It becomes in slow motion when you view it with awareness, right?
Yeah.
And it move out the way just like this. And the frog misses it by an inch. But even with that awareness, sometimes get
It'll
caught.
catch it because it knows, it realizes the trajectory of it. It studies it. The fly is able to still see it faster, but then the frog starts to realize that every single time a fly takes off, it leaps forward. That's how you can kill a fly. Don't look at where the fly is at. You got to look at where the fly is about to go because it's always going to go forward. Flies never go backwards or side to side. Every single fly is about to jump forward. So you understand that from studying it.
Right.
However, if we're trying to say emotions and acting like they don't play a big part, I have a question for you
I
then.
didn't say they ain't
So,
play a big part.
okay, so my question I want to ask you, if you don't exert your emotions, you don't show your emotions, you don't speak on your emotions, do they exist?
Listen, if you show your emotion, you're setting yourself up for a trap. Let me tell you this, right? If a person knows something make me feel good, they gonna do that to make me feel good the whole time behind my back. They're doing something to make me feel wrong. They using it. Listen, emotions should never be shown. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, right? A person come up to me to give me something, I won't smile. Listen, only way they gonna know how I feel when I give them compassion. I'm giving you compassion by something that I do, not nothing that I say or nothing that I show on my face, right? My face gonna remain blank half the time, right? Because I don't want people to understand. Listen, Jesus said, it's the armor of the Lord. But the armor of the Lord that he was talking about was the control of the emotions. You should be centered. Listen, I just realized this. Nobody never made me smile anyway. My brain made me smile. Right? I told myself to smile. So I'm saying a lot of people use emotions in a way that I think they shouldn't. But I'm saying, like you're the only person that I talk to that really kind of like makes sense. But your definition that everything is more like on a level of kind of like a doctrine, something like that, but it's not in the reality of like what's really going on. I'm above spirituality, but I use everything. I use doctrine, I use spirituality, I use religion, everything to come up with a collective idea of what's really going on.
But that's from your experiences.
Now, that's from,
And you're
I'm a prophet of God.
but you're also still going hand in hand with your experiences.
No.
That's why you know them.
No.
So you're able to equate it as such.
No, listen, I don't know. Listen, let me say something. I'm able to do this based off a spirit that's running through me. I'm able to do this because of God. Listen, let me tell you this.
So why didn't you do it as a baby? You said that's the smartest that you've ever
I don't think
been.
you understand, right? Because I didn't have a choice. Listen, right now I gave a choice. And listen, once you make a choice, then everything happens, right? Listen, a lot of times people in their life, they fuck up because they didn't make a choice. Everybody, you know what? I'm going to work this job until I find a better one. I'm going to fuck this bitch until I get a better one. No, don't fuck with nobody. Get in the middle. Wait for what you want, right? A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people in life like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. You can't be on both sides. You got to choose. Right? And that's the problem in life. Look, I chose. And when I chose and said, you know what, I'm a prophet, I got more information. Right? Until I chose, I was divided. So I got information. Sometimes I didn't. So my life was good and it was bad. But listen, I learned how to control my life once I control my emotions. I realized that in life, it's going to be up, it's going to be down. But my emotions got to stay the same. It's the only way I can see it clearly. Let me tell you this, man.
How can you control your emotions if you don't value them?
Oh my God, listen, I do value emotions, but I value emotions way deeper than anything else that you could probably see. I value them as a tool. Listen, let me tell you something. My emotions is everything that bring me what I want in my life. So why I'm going to use them to bring me pain? If I understand what it does, if I understand that if I cry, if I pain, if I speak out what I don't like, it's going to pop up. If I understand that, why would I do it? I wouldn't do it because I understand what's going to happen when I do it. But this is what I do, right? I change the whole scenario. I view things differently. A lot of people view things the way they are. I view things the way I want to see them. Right? A lot of people don't understand that, right? Listen, let me tell you this. A person can't make me pain because if somebody come over and do something to me, I'm going to figure out a way that was good, right? I'm going to figure out a way to make that good. Who the fuck going to do that? Who the fuck going to turn bad to good? And I think that's the beauty of bad, and that's the beauty of emotions.
But I still think that everybody works on their emotions daily. As much
Nobody working. Who the fuck got their emotions?
You are.
They were going to use them.
So if I smack something off your table right here, right now, you're gonna see the good in it.
Let me tell you something. If you smack something off my table, the only thing that you may see is something that nobody ever could see. It's called a micro expression, right? Let me tell you something. My micro expression, I really can't really that's the nervous system shit you're talking about. You
Right,
got a micro expression based on what just happened, but as
right.
soon as that happened, I have ability to control that, right? So listen, I get what you're saying. You saying some shit that kind of makes sense. You saying basically, at that blink, you can't control them. Whatever you feel, you feel. I agree. I agree. They're not. You can't just control them, but you can
Right.
be aware to tell them where to go. That's all I'm saying. So you can be aware of your emotions. Say, look, don't get too mad. Calm down. Don't act like that because like it's something good in this. You can kind of like change your mind of the
That's
emotion.
optimism, and I
And
can.
you know, optimism is what really
That's
happened.
what, but that's optimism because you're trying to see the good in it, even if there's something
No, that's what.
bad.
Listen, no, you don't get it. Yo, whatever you see in your mind becomes its reality. So you got to be careful because everybody mind playing tricks on them. Let me tell you what I mean, right? If I see a thief, if I think you're a thief, gang, say you never stole. If I think you're a thief, I guarantee you're going to steal from me every day without stealing shit. Because I've been in that in my mind. I'm going to find stuff, move it, and hide it from myself. Think you got it, say it in my mind, you got it. Then I'm going to find it and find a way not to blame you. Like crazy shit,
Yeah, like a
right?
girl
Like,
that says that you're cheating and she just keeps
yeah.
thinking no matter what every single day.
But you are cheating because her mind is playing that tape. I told you, don't use your memory. She's using her memory. Nobody should use their memory. Every day is a new day. But people run around using their memory. Now they stuck in their mind, keep playing them tapes. Tell that bitch stop using her memory. I fucked that bitch 10 years ago. Bitch, get over it. Right? But they can't get over it. And the moment they can't get over it, they keep you stuck in that past, in that life. And
So
now
every
you
day
can't
you're
move
still
forward.
cheating on them
Yeah.
because it's still playing in their head. So that's why memories have been considered as time travel before. People have,
Memory, not memory. Memories are recorded emotions. Let me tell you this, man. You don't gotta tell yourself how to walk. It's recorded in your muscle memory. So it's different kind of memories, right? If your brain was meant to give memories, you will have a bigger spot than this in your brain. What I'm telling you. So what I'm telling you, your emotions are the memory. And they're playing tapes in people's head, and they keep on replaying the same feelings over and over again. And that's from what you said is trauma, but that's from what I said they don't know how to release.
okay, so the part what I think you're saying here that's dangerous is the titles that you're giving these different aspects of your brain because each piece of your brain has a different functionality. If you give it a different title, that's how people start claiming their emotions as names. That's how people start claiming to be schizophrenic. That's how people start claiming to have a bipolar disorder or even a mental disorder where they have multiple personalities. They give their emotions a name and they adapt that to a personality. So when I'm mad, I'm going to call that Michael. And when I'm happy, I'm going to call that Larry. And when I'm laughing
Listen,
uncontrollably,
when
I
I
have a
all that I'm gonna call crazy. I'm gonna call stupid. I'm gonna call
why?
dumb. Let me tell you why. Listen, people gotta understand this. You said one thing that was smart. Identify the emotion and know how to use it. A lot of people don't understand this. Listen, people don't know this. Love, when you can tap into that one feeling, it can manifest a lot of things in this reality, right? You can manifest it and you can try to show somebody this, but there's no way a human can have the capacity to show you this because the moment you give me something I don't like, that's gonna change to hate. And love itself is just stillness and remain love no matter what. Like the love of the creator remain love no matter what. No matter what happens, no matter what can possibly happen with your life, that love is still there, right? Because that's the love of the creator. That's something the human can't give. The moment we do something here that offends someone, they take love back. That's what I'm saying.
You
So
can't take love back.
they do though. They take love back once they kill you. Listen, I don't think you get it, gang. Everybody in the world is confused. They think they know how to love. They think they know the emotions, but your emotions is meant for you to manifest stuff, and it's meant for your awareness. That's all. It's meant for you to know when something coming.
Of
Like if
course.
I walk in a room and I all of a sudden start feeling pain in my body, I'm gonna look around and say, "Who in here feeling pain? Let me see if I can help them."
Because you feel the recognition of that same situation, feeling like deja vu. You've been in this before.
You have?
And your brain programs you to go back and quickly associate it to a time that reminds you of this moment that you're feeling, whether it's from a smell, whether it's from a taste, any of the five senses that you have. But a lot of the times people aren't breaking down these senses. You start developing them in the womb while you're a child, inside of your mother's womb. You start understanding sight because you can start seeing the colors outside through her belly. You can start hearing voices because you're recognizing everyone that's around you. That's the development of the five senses. But the very first sense that you have before all of them is your initial sixth sense, and that's awareness.
Let me tell you.
That's where you have a connection with the creator.
Let me say this, right? And I don't think people get this. What five senses is something that we do have, I say sense of sight, right? No one should even truly believe in a sight. That's the gateway to the illusion because everything you see is not even there, but it is. Listen, let me tell you this, right? If you pay attention to the animals and shit like that, they use different. The elephant, it don't use its eyes. It keeps its feet so low to the ground, it can hear the vibration. It can hear a fruit drop
It's
from a
feeling it.
tree, and it can feel it hundreds and hundreds of miles away, and it go get it. Let me tell you this, gang. You don't understand. The only time I'm gonna use my eyes when it's directly in front of me. Other than that, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna use something they never taught us to use. Because listen, let me tell you this, right? I'm not saying you're not right. I'm not saying that you can't even get to where I'm at right now without having your five senses. You gotta be aware of your five senses to even get the rest. But I'm just saying there's many more senses you should have. And a baby has more than them five you're talking about. They just can't tell you. They can't tell you because they can't tell you because you wouldn't understand what they say. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's worlds inside of this world. I'm saying as we sit here, we sit in a different reality at the same time. I'm saying as we pass thought and we pass this this frequency of information that we pass in, I'm saying that none of this information is coming directly from me or your vessel. I'm saying that what's happening right now when we speak is not coming from me or you. Right? It's coming from something greater than me and you, right? Because I don't think you understand about this. And it's coming because we are using the emotion in a different way. Right? Listen, right now, I done yelled at you 50 times. You yelled at me 50 times. And that's the same emotion that they're thinking is hate and a fight finna come on. But they have a fight came? No.
No.
Because we can use them correctly. I'm not saying you shouldn't scream. Sometimes you gotta scream to get your point across. But I'm saying that scream should turn to violence.
Even Jesus got mad.
Yeah, but
he didn't turn to violence.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what love is. That's why love is such a complex thing. It doesn't fit into the brackets of emotions because love is present in every emotion.
What do you
if you can control all of your emotions, would you not claim that to be love?
But listen, let me say this, right?
Isn't love control of all your emotions?
Listen, let me say this. Look, controlling. No. Listen, you cannot. Everybody's so trying to control everything. All you can do is co-create with the creator. So you can co-create with your emotions. You can kind of like redirect them. But people trying to control something you can't control. You just said in a snap, can happen. How the fuck are you going to control that? You can't. Listen, you cannot control the emotions. That's a lie. But nobody on earth can control their emotions. There ain't one person.
You.
No.
You absolutely
no.
Can.
I can align. Listen, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. You can't control the emotions. Emotions are not made to be controlled. They're made to be observed. You watch them and you redirect them. Listen, you can't control the fucking emotions like trying to hop on a fucking bull. You can't do it. It's impossible. But everybody talking about control your emotions. Control your emotions.
Control a bull.
You can't.
You can absolutely.
Oh my God. Any moment you can fall off. It's like any moment, if you try to control the emotions, you can lose, you can snap.
You still can, but listen to what happens if you can keep it under control. Right now, you could have been yelling this entire interview, but you had your emotions under control. No. And right now, you just lost control.
How the fuck I lose control? You
lost all control.
I lose control because I'm yelling? I'm controlling my fucking emotions right now by trying to tell you something, but you can't control your emotions.
But you're not controlling.
You can't.
And I'm telling you.
Because you can't.
You can. Look at me.
No one can. No one can.
I'm showing you how to
right now, you're masking. Let me tell you what people do, right?
That's not masking.
You're masking your emotions. I'm going to let mine fly. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to let my emotions dictate my moves, right? Let me tell you this, right? A lot of people don't understand this. They don't know how to use their frequency. Let me tell you something, man. You seen the drum, right? Do just play one beat?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. It get louder. It gets softer. It's still the same drum. Right? Let me tell you something, man.
But now you're peaking, and now that's unaudible. You can't hear that anymore because you did too much.
Listen, what you call too much is just enough. I'm gonna tell you something, right? For some people watching this, they wanted me to do this a long time ago. Some people want me to smack the shit out you, but they don't want me to do that because
who said they want?
I was telling you that's what some people want. Some people won't. Listen, some people love to see other people feel pain because they feel the pain. Let me tell you this: the moment you tell somebody something good about you, they're gonna frown, even if they love you, because their body is genetically made to do that. That's what they do. Listen, a person got to be trained to do what? Change that emotional feeling, right? And you do that by being aware of your emotions, not by controlling them, because you control them that little bit of second that shit have popped up without you knowing. Listen, let me tell you this, right? If somebody right now call and say, yo, your mama dead, the first thing you're going to do is feel pain. The first thing you're going to do is cry. But after them tears cry, you got to think about burial. You got to think about everything else. You can't do none of that shit thinking about the death.
You're talking about the 5 stages of grief.
Come on, gang, stop playing with me. I know Why the founder for the 5 stages of grief? I'm talking about life. I'm talking about the way it works.
You literally was listening off 5 points while you're saying
Listen,
it.
God told me. Do you think I knew that? That's what I'm telling you.
You knew it.
No, I didn't know.
You don't remember.
God knew it. And listen, let me tell you something, right? The creator, tell me everything I want to know. I'm a prophet. So let me tell you something.
So you've never heard about bargaining?
No, I
You've
don't
never
know
heard about anger?
I don't know what it means.
You don't know what bargaining is?
No.
You gotta negotiate with people. See, you're bargaining right now. You're bargaining with God right now. You got your 5 stages of grief where you are bargaining, you got your anger, you got your depression, you got your acceptance at the very final step.
Only thing I accepted was the fact that everything that I ever saw, I never saw. Everything I ever touched, I never touched, right? The only thing that I accepted, that everything that I believe I love never existed, right? Because it can't exist. How the fuck can it exist when matter don't exist? Listen, let me say this.
Matter does exist. You're sitting on matter.
Matter exists in this reality, but it's more than one reality coped all together. Listen, let me say this, right? I'm not saying what I'm saying should make you feel different. I'm not saying what I'm saying you should agree with. But what I'm saying, just like matter, I agree with you. Everything you say about matter is correct. But I'm telling you it's more to matter, right? And that's what matters, right? Because people don't understand this, right? Because I know one thing, self-study is never done. That's why they keep on looking at matter. They try to figure out what's under matter. Like, what the fuck is matter, right? What the fuck is matter? What the fuck are we? What the fuck is the earth located, right? Them things that are logical, right? Them are not things that you can use your emotions for, but them are the things you should be focused on this life.
We've already discovered what matter is.
No. Then why come they just said now they discovered that matter observed differently when you watching it. Listen, let me say this, and people don't understand this, right? So if you watch matter, it observed one way, but if they take their eyes off matter, they found out that it doesn't exist. It disappears. Listen, but only time it changed when they focus on it and your mind tell it what it do, kind of like fast, kind of like your eyes. You was talking about the eyes.
That's talking about a paradox.
Hold on, you was talking about the eyes at first, right? So like your eyes got the black hole, everything go down, kind of like instantly it goes down and hit the part of your brain and tell your brain what it just saw, and then the picture pop up. But it's done so fast, right? But did you know this? That if you go to the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, time moves faster at the top of your feet, at the bottom of your feet, than to do at the top of your head. But people don't know this, right? People don't understand what's really
how would time have relevance on your feet?
Yeah, because it's moving faster in different situations. Because people don't understand this. Right now, what we call matter is nothing but light. That's what they meant. That's what they found out. But this right here is matter. Is light moving at a different speed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, matter.
Matter light
cannot be destroyed. Matter only gets redirected. So right now you're smoking. So that
energy can't be destroyed.
So matter can't be destroyed.
Same thing as energy. It's the same thing. And what I'm gonna tell you, matter and energy is the same thing.
It's not.
Let me tell you something. Because under matter is energy. It's energy. Listen.
Inside of matter is energy. Yes, that's how you got kinetic energy that moves.
That's what I'm saying. So that particular piece of energy is connected to something that's greater than that matter, that was here before that matter, right? And that's what I'm saying. That little piece inside of this matter clarifies it to be connected to something that'll never leave, right? And that thing that'll never leave is the oneness of God. That's what I'm saying. So everything that you see, that I see, if I pass you this cup right now, right? Deep inside this cup, somebody thought about it. And that thought about it lives in this cup, right? And it lives in this cup because that thought didn't come from that person. That thought came from God.
So that legacy is continuing on through this cup.
No matter what. And listen, I can prove it. Listen, let me tell you this. The person that invented the gun, they first invented the gun, the America was going through crazy wars. They was losing. So a guy invented the gun. I ain't talking about the regular guns, or the gun invented. I talk about the one that shoots 15 times, just pop, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Listen, they invented that gun. The wife of the man that invented the gun, after he died, started getting haunted. Right? Started going crazy. She lived in the house going crazy. Why? Because they was trying to get her for what? The feeling that she put on people. They use the emotions to trap certain things in this reality to keep on scaring people, and they call them ghosts. But they may number untraveled, unprocessed emotions, right? Did you know this? So when a person die, automatically your soul photocopies. You got a photocopy right there, right? Photocopy automatically, and that's what people call ghosts, and that's what big homie CC went around looking for. But I'm just trying to keep it real, right? So people don't understand about both reality. Listen, I never sat with nobody that was smarter than you. That's why I asked you, you know what? Interview me. I know it's gonna be one of the ones where you know what you're gonna be tested, but I know the spirit of God can always be tested. But I got a message, and if I don't get in front of somebody that's really knowledgeable, then it's like it don't mean I can't even test that which I say I am. But this is what I'm gonna say. Matter is real. Everybody watches. I don't want nobody to think they at home all crazy. Uncle say matter don't exist. I'm not saying matter doesn't exist. I'm saying it's something more to matter.
So let me break down to you the understanding of matter. So right now you got your cigar. That cigar does not disappear because there's a flame lit onto it. It is redirected and that matter became the smoke. It just took a new form.
Exactly.
So it's still there. And that's what this entire every single thing around us has been here for
And that's what I'm
millennia.
saying.
So the thing that we're not understanding when they talk about the Big Bang Theory and people are talking about the little atoms that came together and exploded, it wasn't just two small atoms that came together. It was all forms of matter imploding on itself. And it exploded and expanded out and it's still expanding.
Before we go too far, if people don't understand this, I just want to keep it based on topic of emotion. But I'm saying that
Of
what you're
course.
saying is everything is one. Listen, everything comes from one source. And that one thing that you say was broken off into many things. It's just like right now. I believe people can't if emotions wasn't separated like mad, anger, and all that, you wouldn't get the idea. Just like right now, if you take a house got electric thing on the back, and that back got wires going through, and that's got power going everywhere. If that power was just going into one place, it'll blow up everything in the house.
Right.
So I believe that emotions are one gift, but they have different sort of like techniques that you can use.
Are you familiar with the Disney movie Inside Out?
No, I don't watch movies at all.
Okay, so they got a new movie that came out, and the little girl, she has 5 emotions in her head, and they're all in control of a board. It's anger, it's disgust, it's fear, it's joy, it's sadness. And they're all fighting to control this girl's mind, and it's showing a representation of these emotions. When she gets older, new emotions enter the room. She still doesn't know that they're operating her head, but now there's another one that is like basically being petty. One is anxiety.
What you asking though? I don't understand. You a crazy interviewer. You got long ass questions. It's like you the person. I don't get this.
No. I'm telling you this so that way you can understand where I'm going with this.
I'm confused.
So you have these different emotions that are entering into your head every day. There's another emotion that comes into play. So if you're telling me that we're trying to identify these emotions, you can't simplify them. There's an infinite amount of emotions that keep entering your head daily.
There you go.
So how can you know exactly what emotions you have if you don't know which ones are new emotions to your head?
There you go. Listen, I'm saying in this realm, it's only a few emotions you got to worry about, right? It's only a few at this level. Uh, as you remember more, more come.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that people are not aware of the ones that they got in order to get new ones. So I'm saying this. So a person that's a slave for love or a slave for their fear. I know a lot of people that won't even get in a car because of an accident they had in the past, right? So it's on them.
Right.
But to answer your question, I don't believe that one person alone or nobody alone in this earth was ever created that can control their emotion.
How would you be able to identify a new emotion that you think you are able to
You
be in
can't
control of?
identify. You can't identify something you would never get. A lot of people don't get that. You would never get no more emotions on this level. To identify a new emotion, you have to be out of this human form. And listen, this
I don't
one,
believe that to be true
yeah,
because you had to understand what sadness was at some
that's
point in
not a
time.
new, that's not a new emotion. I'm saying that
When
that
the first time you experienced it, how did you know to recognize it then?
listen, that's what I'm saying. So we can be perfectly clear. Human emotion are called human emotion for a reason. They're human emotions, and everyone has the same emotions, but everybody is finding different words to break them down. So what I'm saying is, then emotions are what I like to call powers. If you know how to use them correctly, then you can manifest things in this reality. And I'm saying that once you use them correctly and you stop the reincarnation cycle, then more will be given. But I'm saying that they will use them emotions, and then emotion can show itself millions of different ways, but it's still the same emotion.
So do you believe in what you were recently just saying about the ghosts, the photocopies that you have? Do you believe that that can enter your head and now you can interpret that as an emotion when it's actually someone that's already passed away having an experience with you?
I believe this, and I'm not gonna like say what I believe. I can deal with facts, but I know this that a person emotional memory is tapped in by what they feel. So if I feel and I think about something that somebody calls me, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. So yes, that could be possible, and yes, that's not only possible. That's what's happening in life. Everybody is thinking about the last time that something happened, and they moving off that. Who you know not moving off yesterday?
Of
Listen,
course.
who you? What you mean? Of course, it's not what you're supposed to do. Every day is a new day, but people don't do that. Everybody moving off yesterday, but I'm telling you, you're supposed to be aware. And listen, if you're watching this, there's nothing wrong with moving off yesterday. Remember yesterday, but don't think yesterday was the day that it was. Today is a different day, and you don't have to use that information anymore. That's what I mean. Remember,
So if you throw that away, then what are you left with? How are you supposed to move if you don't have any memory anymore?
remember I told you about the frog?
Yeah,
Right. Let me tell you this. Right. You said why it caught it. Why you say it caught it?
because it studied it.
It studied it, right? But why did it not catch it a couple other times?
Because it was his first time experiencing it.
So what that's telling you about everything that I'm telling you, you answering the question for yourself, and then you want me to answer the question, but just listen to what you just
Well, this
said.
is what I was trying to tell you in the beginning. You disagreed.
No, I disagree because disagreement is only an agreement. Let me tell you something. Listen, if you disagree with somebody, right, do you actually disagree with them? Or are you not just accepting the reality of what they're saying? I don't believe a disagreement is even possible. I believe that everybody's truth is everybody's truth. And I believe that my truth may not be your truth, but who's to say it's not true? Right? So that's what I'm saying, right? I may disagree with you on matter, but I can't disagree with you on matter because everything you said about matter is true. I'm just telling you that under matter is something else that you gotta be aware of, right? And it's like under emotions is something else that people gotta be aware of. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that what you're saying is a lie. I'm saying, okay, cool. This is physical. Of course, I know this. Of course, I know emotions hurt. Of course, I know this. But I'm saying under all of that, it's a reason. And that reason is more powerful than the emotion itself.
And that's where you root a core memory. Your core memory is in connection of that emotion that you felt in that moment, the traumatic experience itself, and how it has relevance to how you keep progressing.
But the core memory not in your body. That's why everybody
So
don't
where is
understand,
it at?
right here. Right.
But it's your core memory. Why would it be here for all of us?
It's not your core memory because it all goes back to one connection. Remember I just told you about the light, the one connection that we all get. Who teaches? Who loves? So when you feel those things and when you love, you feeling what? You feeling God. You feeling the creator. So that's something that we cannot take. Listen, I cannot take hold to the person that created love. I can't take hold to the person that created information. I'm just tapping into the source. None of this stuff was done by me. Right? None of this stuff that I can tell you right now was my idea. All this stuff was given to me. Listen, I don't know none of this shit.
So if you're saying this about not having control of emotions because people can't control their
Can't
emotions,
control your emotions.
how are there tier levels to your anger?
Because you're not aware of them. Listen,
No, you got tier levels of your
Listen,
anger. You can have a
but
smaller one and it
you're
can
not
keep
listen,
climbing.
you're not understanding. Redirecting emotions is not controlling them. Listen, you cannot control them. Listen, it's like hopping on a fucking bull. You can't control the emotions. Emotions not made to be a control. They're made for you to take aware of and know how to redirect them. Listen, I don't think you understand.
But you can so one emotion could be held on different levels, correct? Would you agree to that?
Listen,
You can have one emotion of anger, but it can be different levels of anger. Where you bump your toe and then it's like, okay, it's in your head, and then you bump your toe and you punch a window.
What I'm saying. Let me tell you something. Stored anger becomes the problem. It's not redirected nowhere else. Listen, stored anger, now you mad all the time because you got so much anger stored in you.
That's that energy.
The build up, but you don't know how to release it. This is what I'm saying, right? If you knew how to release it through something else, listen, let me tell you this, right? Somebody make you mad, right? They make you mad because say somebody make you mad because like they say, oh, you broke, right? People use that, I attack them. But why not use that to get some money? I'm broke, okay, cool. And then use that emotion differently, go get you some money, and then you good. You ain't gotta hurt them. See, that's the different thing about the emotion. You redirected that emotion.
But your emotion, it sounds like you're describing it, is your reaction. You were saying that
You felt it before you reacted. I don't think you get it. Before you reacted, you felt it. Right? Your reaction come after you feel it.
No, the emotion is the reaction.
No, you feel it first.
Because no, it's cause and effect.
I don't think you get it. I don't think right now.
Cause and effect.
No, right now you flip. Let me tell you something. Let me slow this down. Before I scream, the pain is here. Right? The scream is me letting everybody know that I feel pain. Right? But the actual pain caused nothing. Everything else was trying to get somebody else to pay attention to it. Let me tell you this, right?
I think the part that you're missing is cause the pain is the action.
Let me tell you something. No, no, no. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm just saying the actual pain. This is what I'm saying.
Got
Like,
you.
if you look at everybody that watching this, they are watching it like, how can we control our emotions? And I'm saying it's impossible. Because if you can control your emotions, then you can control the fact when something happened that you can control whether you laugh. A lot of times, motherfuckers bust out laughing. You gotta tell yourself, oh shit, don't laugh. Or gotta remind yourself, don't laugh. Right? Don't laugh in this environment. Right? Laugh later. But you still gonna laugh. So what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that
That's the control.
I'm saying that they ain't the control. That's knowing how to align them. Listen, align and not control. Listen, if you control them, then it never would have happened in the first place. So controlling something is making it. Listen, I control this phone. I can pick it up just I control it. But I can tell you when I'm using it, when I'm not. That's controlled. I can't tell you when the next time I'm gonna feel pain. I can't tell you when the next time I'm gonna feel happiness if I'm allowing circumstances to create that inside of me. The only time your emotions become a tool is when you learn how to create them from inside and not waiting on the outside for them to present themselves for you to feel a certain type of way. Then you become a slave to your emotions.
How can you believe in utilizing something as a tool and not believe that you have control?
Listen, it ain't about control. Listen, a lot of people think having a woman is about control. You got to control her until it's due. Man should control. But it's not about controlling the life. It's about being aware and giving and being unresistant. Listen, when you unresistant to your emotions, to what's going on, you understand two things, right? You understand what pain is, right? You understand how it feels. You understand what happened to make you feel this pain. And if you're aware again in life, you shouldn't feel it again.
Have you ever been heartbroken?
Come on, gang. I'm heartbroken every day. But do I move off my heartbreaking? No. Listen, let me tell you this, man. I'm heartbroken all the time when I wake up, when I look at people that I love that just won't make it up for themselves. I'm heartbroken. But that heartbroken not gonna make me be a fool. Not gonna make me say, here, let me give you this money. Because I know they're not gonna still gonna do shit.
Do you recall the first time that you had heartbreak?
Listen, let me tell you something. The first time I had heartbreak, it was like this, right? It wasn't really a heartbreak because I had no heart to break. Let me tell you something. Every time we don't have heartbreak, we have withdrawals, right? Let me tell you something. When you take something from me that I'm used to getting, it's gonna make me feel sick until I get it again, right? And that's the thing, right? We confuse that with heartbreak, right? True heartbreak is when you have to rip yourself away from your family, away from the people you love because you want to be different. That's heartbreak when you can't see them no more. When you love them to death, how the fuck you gonna see them because you changed to be a new person? That's fucking heartbreak. Listen, everything else is just like, right? The real heartbreak is when you gotta be a different person, and everybody you once knew gotta disappear and fade away. But at the same time, you still love them,
So align that with the very first time that you felt that feeling,
right?
because it's not a feeling that you've never had.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? The first time I felt that feeling, listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that feelings are not good, but I'm saying that moving off them in any direction is wrong.
But can you see the value in understanding the root of where you got that feeling from and understand the trauma that you went through to have those beliefs?
Listen, let me tell you something. Trauma.
There's a value in that. Do you believe that?
The value in it, everything is that to understand. I gotta try to be aware because at any moment I can slip, like you said, and go right back to the bottom. I'm talking about the bottom of the pits of hell, my lower
Right.
vibrational self, right? That's in a blink of an eye, right? I gotta keep the armor of the Lord, as Jesus said it. So I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying that emotions can't be controlled. They only can be observed.
So if you have ever been in an experience with someone that does not have a hold of their emotions or understanding of their emotions,
Every day.
what advice would you give them then if you don't think they can control them?
None. Listen, I'm dealing with people every day that want to deal with me when I make them feel good. If they want to deal with me when I got something for them. If I ain't got nothing to make them feel good, they won't deal with me. So I just deal with them people based on them circumstances. What can I do? I can't do shit. That's who they are. Because at that very moment they do love, but they confused. They think love is me giving them something. And I know I'm giving it to them out of love, but the type of love that they don't understand. So I continue to do it. They're not tricking me. I just continue to do it because they blind and unaware of what love is. And life, I believe, is them very moments to where you feel love to where life become worth living.
So if you believe that your energy can transform somebody, why wouldn't you release any energy to help those
No.
people to change their
My
lives?
energy can't transform nobody because if it did, it'd do it permanently. My energy can do what? It can influence somebody to possess a different type of energy within themselves.
For them to possess that, shouldn't they control it?
Nah, observe it because listen, let me tell you something. It could just come and blow like the wind. Emotions like winds, like the waves, they steady blowing, steady going, like the ocean. You know, the ocean blow, it keep a lot of shit, a lot of fish, a lot of things die in the ocean. The ocean never cry, right? Because this is a process. This is what you got to go through. But the ocean aware of what's going on. So all I'm saying is that you should just stay aware of your emotions. Everybody feel like they should be a slave to their emotions. Let me tell you what I mean. Everybody feel like because I love you, even if you wrong, I gotta defend you. Because I love you, whatever you do, I gotta put up with. Because I love you, you can do anything to me based on that love, right? Those people think, right? But I just got a different understanding in love. I tell people like that, you. Give a fuck how you feel, right? Because how you gonna make me be a slave to my love? I gotta do even what's wrong for the love that's not right. No, gang, I ain't finna do that, right? But I ain't finna do that because I understand two things. I've been looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love, not knowing what I was facing. That's what going on. Listen, but I'm saying this right. You are faced against everything daily, right? Daily.
But
It's coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. You have to level your emotions to deal with this world. Because I could be scared of a dog. I walk down the street, a dog comes, boom. I can't stop myself from feeling that first bit of fear, but I can catch myself right after that. The dog coming along is going to activate the fear, like you said. The shit in the brain is going to automatically activate.
right.
I can't control that. It's God. It's designed by God. They are put in me. But I can be observing and learn how to redirect that, right? You can do that. Listen, let me tell you something. All day long, your red blood cells, you got 80% of them that's redirecting and keeping the 20% of the white blood cells alive, right? But without the 80%, the 20% wouldn't be alive, right? Did you know this, right? Did you know that every day in your body, the things that move your blood, they never sleep. They work around the clock. They work when you sleep, right? And people don't understand this, right? So I'm saying that emotions are something that I believe we never learned. Emotional intelligence should have been a class in school.
So how would you interpret an animal's emotions? You can see an animal with emotions.
No, but I'm telling you this, I can tell you this right here. My dog, right, for example, right? My dog know how to use it. If I step on my dog's feet, he's gonna say, ah! And then as soon as I release the pain, it's gonna stop. It ain't gonna remember it no more. Unless it continue to hurt, they let it go. But you know, we do. Hey, he stepped on my hand. They stepped on my hand yesterday. They stepped on my hand last week. We keep on saying it over and over and
Dogs
over
do the
and over
same
again.
thing.
But listen to me, you not heard me. I'm telling you what certain dogs do, but dogs are energy vampires. If the owner do it, it's gonna do it. Since I get over everything so fast, I step on my dog. My dog forgets. My dog forgets to relive every day, just like the person that he's living with, right? I'm gonna say this right. Everything you see is connected to one thing, and a lot of people get their family confused with their soul family, their spirit family, whatever you want to say, right? Your dog can be part of that, right? Because you don't understand that it's nothing different between a dog and me. It's nothing different between a fly and me. We all have life energy stuck in a matter world.
So where would you release this energy?
Listen, that's crazy, right? Different, um, different people do different things. A lot of people, some people release it through their music, right? They do their music, release it. Some people release it through sex. If some men release through sex, right? Some people get a lot of people release through sex. Some people release it different type of ways. But for me, I like to release it through the earth, right? Because we're gonna process back through the earth, and I don't want to release it into nobody. Because no, if I release it into sex, I gotta put it into that woman. If she don't know how to release it, it's gonna be stuck in her and bounce right back in me.
Right.
So for that moment, I'm releasing it, it's gonna come right back. You get what I'm saying? So if I want to release it and release it to where it won't come back, I'm releasing it to the earth, right? Because the earth know what to do with it. Just like when a dead body, when it dies, it decays. The earth know what to do with that decay. You know how to bring it up and turn it to life. So the earth knows what to do with these emotions that I need to release. And this is the point what we're doing this for. We're doing this so people can understand about the emotions. And when certain of them bag up, we know how to release them into the earth.
So okay, I'm happy that you mentioned that. Because you're saying that if something that you love, you gotta let it just do it on its own. So if that's the case, why would we water plants? When you are able to show any form of love and put that energy into those ones that you love, it's like a plant that you're helping grow. Why would
You
you not?
water plants because you help co-create with God. Listen, you can co-create with God, but just because that water, you can't determine whether that plant live or die, right? Can't come from your determination. Listen, I could bring a plant in here right now and water it every day, give it sunlight, it still die. We're not determined of life energy when it possessed if that plant decide not to live. This is what I'm saying. I'm
But you
not
can see a dying plant,
listen,
you can change
listen,
its
I'm not
life.
saying even on life support they give you the food through the thing so they can make it comfortable for you. This I'm saying is right. You can make a dying person comfortable, but you can't make a dead person awaken. They can't. They're dead already. Right? So what I'm saying is that everybody that you see that's holding on to the things they're holding on to need to let it the fuck go. Right?
Okay, so if that's the case, you got people who have bacteria in their body. It needs medicine to attack that
Let me
bacteria.
tell you about
Would
bacteria.
you
Oh,
not?
stop. Let me tell you about bacteria. Listen, if you're watching this, I'm saying this. Did you know this? A lot of people, I gotta say this before we get to the questions from the viewers. I just want to say this. Um, Bacteria itself. Did you know that people are born, your body right now is filled with like 99% bacteria, and a lot of that stuff is used to digest your foods? They got a lot of people right now trying to say, oh man, everybody's body is full of all this stuff, you need to get it out. But that's not true. 99% of the people watching this got rats, little bugs going in their hair. They don't even know. Listen, these places are born to you in your mama womb. When you're in your mama womb, these what they call germs, they form around your mother womb. They form inside your body, and your body become a safe place for them to live. And then they live in your body, and they digest your foods and do all this shit. Like got a lot of people, like I'm just saying this for the people that's watching. A lot of people kill themselves right now trying to get rid of all of this stuff. They're taking all this stuff to get rid of all these deworming, all this stuff. I'm not saying that stuff is bad, but
To get rid of harmful bacteria, but they're attacking their good bacteria too.
that's what I'm trying to say. I just want to clarify that.
So do you think that your love can help get rid of some of the bad bacteria in the people that you care about?
This is a good question. I hope it could, but the chances are it probably won't. Listen, let me say this, right? When I give somebody love in that moment, they gonna feel it. The problem is I can't guarantee I'm gonna be a person that they gonna love forever. I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna do something unaware, and they gonna hate me for it. And in that moment, they gonna forget the moment that I made them feel love. All they gonna hold on to is the moment that I made them feel pain. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that people don't understand this. But if they had awareness, if they didn't try to control it, they can remember. But just like you said at the beginning, we're gonna go back to the beginning. The things in your brain get into your brain and stop the front of your brain from working. And now you can't make a logical decision. If you can't make a logical decision, then you're not aware. Right? But listen, this has been a crazy um episode, right? Because I'm gonna say this, right? For me, it's like sitting down with you is kind of crazy. Like you one of the people that I can really say that understands emotion. You're not too emotional. Even when you help me. If y'all don't know this role, like he one person that I say helped me build this whole studio, saw the whole vision and like brought it together. And at time I was a hard person to work with based off emotion.
Yeah.
But you always stayed calm. You always kept it real. So I know you're a person that I think you do try to control your emotions,
It
right?
took practice.
Right. But listen, I'm not the person trying to control my emotions. I align with them. But a lot of people here may think that controlling their emotions is good, and that's for them, then that's for them, right? I think that if people think they should control their emotions, that's good. If people think they should align with their emotions, like I think, that's good. But if a person that do nothing with them, I think that's bad.
I will agree. I'll agree with you on what you said. Where trying to be before the reaction. I think that's a great way to be in alignment with your emotions.
Right.
Then. So if that being the case, if you know you are prone to get this angry this far ahead, be 5 steps ahead of yourself.
Right.
And I think that's the best way to keep your emotions in alignment.
That's what I'm saying. But right now, we're going to take questions from known people. I'm only going to take like 5, 6 questions from known people. Remember this X-Files where we reveal the previously unrevealed. And we just unrevealed a whole lot of stuff about the human emotion, right? And about the brain. I don't know, but take a couple of questions. You got questions from these people, Ro?
Yeah. So we have one fan that's wondering, how can they love their son that has disowned them?
Listen, acceptance. I always talk about acceptance for this because a lot of times you gotta accept that whatever happened right now. I mean, I'm gonna answer that like this. I woke up this morning. It was raining, And listen, mind you, I get up every day and I go meditate and I go stand in the grass for my feet. But I looked up, I said, it's raining. I said, it's raining. I don't got to get up. It's going to rain. But something told me to get up. I got up. I did everything I was supposed to do. By the time I went to the door, guess what happened? It was sunny. It was time to do what I got to do. It's only one moment. So if she's watching this, it's only one moment. Accept the moment and understand that, right? Because you can't never really say who and what is gonna happen in any situation. What you think?
That's fair. I think in addition to that, you have that love that's unconditional. This is your seed. This is from you. You have unconditional love for this child. So why would you let any emotion deflect away from what's truth? You know, if this is still your seed, they're still going to be looking to you. You still have influence and you're still going to have an impact.
But but impact is just like this. Like she just got to be aware and understand that that whatever happened in the situation, she got to hold on to that feeling of love that she want to hold on to. See, people can choose the emotion. She could choose to hold on to the love or hold on to the pain. She got to make a choice, right? So if she watching this, that's what she got to do. Make a choice between the pain and between the feeling that you want like to feel when you had your son, and then choose between the two. I think
Okay.
that a lot of people can't do.
That's fair.
A lot of people can't do that, right? Well, we got another question from the
Yep. So this next one, at work, I constantly feel like I'm being devalued and I'm not getting my respect. Is it time to leave abruptly or is it time for me to stand up for myself?
First of all, it depends on where you're working. The problem may be the job itself. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't feel appreciated if I'm working for water. I don't feel appreciated if I'm working for things that I'm supposed to automatically have. But I'm just gonna say this, right? The moment you feel unappreciated and you stay in it, that becomes the problem. So what you gotta understand is this. You know. For you to ask the question, you already know. So I don't say leave abruptly. I say leave like yesterday because you already made the choice to leave. Your body just ain't. That's what I think. Like when a person already start complaining, they already gone. They already gone because they took their mind off the current situation and they took it off it. But their body is still stuck because of attachments. Right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I've been in a relationship before, man. I don't even want to be in it. The only reason why I be in it because I'd rather see you with me than gone with somebody else. I don't got no feeling for you. My body just stuck in it. Right? And I think that's what's going on right
So
now.
you're saying that job is possibly holding this fan down and not giving them a chance to
Yes.
actually go and expand.
It's holding you there. And let me tell you something. Anytime people get it confused, if it make you feel bad, it's bad. A lot of people don't understand that. Like if I'm in a job, if I'm in a relationship, whatever I'm in, like we trying to say, your emotions are a trigger to let you know what's going on. So every time you're around somebody you feel bad is telling you shouldn't do it, then don't.
But what if this is a test and they actually able to step into the next level?
It's not no test. Your emotions gonna tell you. Listen, let me tell you this. If it's a pain to do it, don't do it. Listen, I got here by doing this. Everything that I did to get here, I love doing it. Let me tell you something. I remember being in the last studio. It's a mansion, and different rooms and rooms, different stuff. Rent due. I can't pay it. Did you know I didn't feel none of that? I was in there creating like felt good. Even though we got evicted out of there, we had to leave. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we can choose the way we feel, and that built into this. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know if people don't understand. I'm saying to understand this reality, you gotta be crazy. Reason why you gotta be crazy because it's crazy how this shit was built. Like we've been saying, if this could be matter and energy all in one, and the energy you say you can smoke the tobacco and it just turn to something else, that's just fucking incredible,
Yeah,
right? So you just gotta be honest. You gotta understand that. That's why I love this shit.
just redirect it.
Yeah, redirect it. Yeah.
So this next one says, if God is real, why isn't he prevalent in my life to stop me from myself?
It depends on what they calling God. Listen, God is real, but God is not the creator. Listen, let me tell you something. God is whatever you put your energy and your focus into. Sometimes your man become your God. Your job become your God because they determine whether you live or die. Listen, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people wanted to be a God, but they're not willing to do what they need to do to become a God. I'm saying this. We are teaching people qualities given to them by God, and yet they don't understand, and that they are the emotions, right? So sometimes you're gonna feel like God is not with you, but for you to even speak breathe, gotta be with you.
Yeah.
So
Every step of the way.
every step of the way.
So God never turned his back on
Yeah,
you.
how?
Only you could turn your back on God.
How? How?
Yeah.
Is it possible? That's why I was trying to tell people, like, it's like I tell people, like it's an ocean, right? And I got a bottle, and I put that, and I get the water out the bottle. It's just water in the bottle. But a lot of people get this water in the bottle, and they say this is God. Oh man, that's water in the bottle, right? But you can either throw that bottle. I can even throw my body, but that water is still water, right? It's gonna be whether you put it in the bottle or not. It's the holders of that water. So I'm saying the holders of God are still being people, and people don't even see the holders of God in them. All they see is what we've been talking about. All they see is the emotions and the matter and the situation that's at hand. They don't even they don't see shells. I just wish people took time to actually understood the emotions. And it's crazy. I never did a whole episode dedicated to emotions. I believe like we could do 10 of them.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm like we could do 10 of them back to back.
Because there's a lot of emotions.
Right. Listen.
Hold on, we got one more. This one says, I've tried everything to try to get out of my depression. I've done psychedelics, I've done pills, and I've also gone to therapy. Nothing is helping me to solve the issue. What do you advise?
That's deep, man. Because psychedelics don't help. Listen, one thing about psychedelics, they help so good they banned them. Because they was helping with depression. They was helping with stuff. They won't let you use them or practice them as medicine in the U.S., but you can do them over in other countries, right? So I'm saying that don't help. It's kind of like a different kind of problem. It could be a lot of different things, but I don't want to get too spiritual because like I'm not spiritual. I'm above spirituality, but I'm gonna say this: it comes a point to where a person is doing it to themselves, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you try all of this and it doesn't work, that means you got to go within deeper, right? Because like a lot of times people let problems live rent free in their mind. But I got a solution. I got a solution that a lot of people don't know, and that solution is through your breath, right? Did you know, like, you got a computer, you go inside a computer, you can unplug it, you plug it back up, but everything's still there. But at the same time, you can go into the computer, you can manually have it delete shit, right? Your brain, so like a computer, and they can kind of do that with 3 breaths, right? And it's kind of like really simple. It's kind of like inhaling with one time holding for 7 seconds and then letting go and releasing whatever's negative. And if they do that consistently every day, they will notice that go away. Because that's kind of how you reboot yourself, right? How you reboot your nervous system. Because a lot of people don't know. Another thing they can do, if they're watching this, and I know they've probably seen it, they can hit all their pressure points a few times and restart their nervous system. So a lot of times it be your nervous system still playing the same tape. And a lot of times they can, like, again, grounding. A lot of people know the grounding won't even help the first day, but at the continuous time, grounded in the sunlight, it'll help. So you put the seed in the ground, the flower ain't grown the next day, right?
Right.
No, it's over time. So over time, these things will help. The problem is people wanting to go tomorrow. But I guarantee if she's watching this, and if you steady trying, the more you try, the more silencer it get like go down, but you can't never control it. Never again, a lot of people want to control stuff, want to stop stuff from popping up, but I'm sorry to tell her it's gonna forever pop up.
It's going to keep coming up.
You can't stop it from popping up because it happened. Like you said, it's already recorded in your emotions. You can't stop it.
So getting to the root of it, but also going hand in hand with what you said earlier, you're going to have to live with this.
You gotta live with
it. And
it.
how do you react to it?
You gotta live with it. You don't react to it. Listen,
Fair.
let me say this. So you live with it. And listen, if you're watching this, I'm sorry to say, whatever happened, you have to live with it for the rest of your life. And even after that. Right? And that's the crazy part, right? So if it's gonna be with you forever, you gotta learn how to use it for its good.
It's great advice.
It's gonna be with you forever, right? You never gonna stop feeling this. Like, if you have a mother and she died, you're never gonna stop feeling the love for your mother. But the problem is that one day of grief, people keep it forever. So you don't gotta keep that one day of grief forever. So I don't gotta remember that the day you died forever. I got a million more things to remember, right? And that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, it becomes a choice, and it becomes a choice between what you want and what you don't, right? A lot of people choose to feel the pain that they choose. All you gotta do is choose a different emotion, a different reality. because that's what you had a choice to do. You don't have a choice to control what comes, but you have a choice to pick which one you want to use. That's what I'm saying. And I think that you pick yours well and you control yours well. But
Yeah.
listen, if you're watching this, it's X-Files, where we reveal the previously unrevealed, right? Was this an episode where you think that emotions are made to be controlled, right? Do you think emotions are made to be controlled and your life study should be to control the emotions? Or did you believe, sort of like what I said, you should have to be free and kind of like don't control the emotions, align with it, right? Whatever it is that you choose, I hope that you use it to the best of your ability, right?
Right.
But getting out of here, right? A lot of people may choose to view it the way I do. They may choose to view it the way you do. But just like life, I'm trying to say is no wrong answer.
X.
Right. So for the people that's watching this, tell them where to find you at Row. But this is X-Files, where we reveal the previously unrevealed.
This is OTG Row. You can follow me at IDK Row Official on all platforms, or you can also go on YouTube and Off the Grid Network.
Right. Listen, we are going to continue this, and I know this is going to be a real big one, right? So, any more questions, send them. We're gonna reply to them. Thank you for tuning in and like, share, and subscribe, and all that. Yeah. You stopped it in here.
No, that's not yet.
You should do one on the 7 deadly sins.